Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to give some quick post-fight thoughts on the Benavidez Lemieux fight. Congrats to Dave Benavidez. This fight played out the way it was supposed to, based on the odds, based on public perception, based on where these guys are in their careers, and the nature of the matchup. As I said, basically a light heavyweight versus a middleweight. All right, and you can see that in the fight. All right. I don't know what people are gonna say about this fight. And what I'm about to say may sound a little odd or weird, but to me, and maybe somebody will say it's coming from a bias because I'm a fan of the guy. Have been for a long time. But in my opinion, David Lemieux was the winner in this fight. Now, why do I say that? Because he took on a fight that nobody wanted to take. He showed that, he ducks no one. He fought Triple G when nobody wanted to fight Triple G. David Lemieux had just won a world title and went straight into a unification with Golovkin. He said that he didn't fear Golovkin, and he proved it. All right, and he went up. He moved up to 168 because he couldn't make 160 anymore, and he fought the guy that is, I would say, the most dangerous 168 pounder. All right. He went in with this guy and he went in guns blazing, right? David Lemieux, vintage David Lemieux style. Lemieux was coming forward with volume, with power punches. Um, the guy brought the fight. But he was just outsized and outgunned, a younger, bigger guy. Stronger guy. I mean, and Lemieux took his beating. He did not quit. He did not, sit it out on a knee. He didn't, fake an injury or something like that. The guy, he was saved by the bell in the first round. He was knocked down badly in the second. He was battered. His face looked terrible. He was puffed up, bleeding. The guy didn't quit, man. The guy kept fighting, kept coming forward, kept trying, kept throwing punches, man. And even after he had took a beating in the second round, and Harvey Doc said, "You gotta show me something in the third, I'm gonna stop it." He came out in the third, and the announcers were raving about David Lemieux. How he was letting his hands go, how he was not quitting, how he was trying. And if this is his last fight, man, even though it was a one-sided loss, I think that it is a honorable way to go out. This is one of those fights. Even though he was dominated in 3 rounds, this fight can be, put up there, highlighted, shown that this is who this guy was. A true warrior, a guy who brought the fight, who always came forward, throwing power punches, going for knockouts. A guy who didn't duck, man. So, even in a losing effort, some people might say he got embarrassed or he's finished, or look at it that way. I don't. Unfortunately, David Lemieux is a middleweight who cannot make middleweight anymore. He is undersized at 168. I would love to see him win a title at 168. If Canelo vacates eventually, or those titles become free. Maybe he could try to angle for one, but with the Benavidez out there, and you got Caleb Plant still out there. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know if he could get one of those belts. I was looking at the IBO situation. LaRon Richards, I believe the guy's name is. That's a young guy. I don't know if he would have a shot there, but as a fan, I would love to see him get a second world title in a second division. But it could be difficult, and if it's in his best interest to retire, he should. He has a wife and a child now. They mentioned on the telecast. I follow him on Instagram, and I knew that already. So, um, if this is the end, I salute David Lemieux on a great career, becoming a world champion. David Lemieux is a Canadian boxing legend. You know, he will go down as one of the all-time great Canadian middleweights, if not the greatest. You know, I don't know the history of Canadian middleweights, but you know, I don't think they have many middleweight world champions, and he became one. All right. So you know, he will go down as a Canadian boxing legend. You know, if there's a Canadian Boxing Hall of Fame, I'm pretty sure he will be in it, or some type of Canadian Sporting Hall of Fame. You know, so and never heard about. I don't know if any failed drug tests got doing anything wrong or whatever. So, you know, a guy who was entertaining, had a great career, and did it the right way. All right. Now on to David Benavidez, man. He did what he was supposed to do. I said that you know, a play in this fight. You know, if I was to play the over under, I would have played the under 4.5 rounds. You know, that would have been halfway through the fifth round. The fight was stopped in the third. All right, the fight played out exactly the way I thought it would. Both guys, you know, coming forward, letting the hands go, throwing volume. You know, and somebody was gonna get hit and hurt, and that's what happened. You know, Benavidez is he is a special fighter, man. You know, Dave Benavidez is one of those guys that can stand right in front of you and you can't hit the guy. You can't hit him. You can't hurt him. If you do hit him, you know, the guy absorbs blows very well because of his frame. You know, he was a very large man at one time, you know, and lost a lot of weight. You know, he can absorb shots, whether it's on the body, the arms, you know, the chin, which, like I said, he can stand right in front of guys and they can't even touch him. They can't hurt him with their punches. You know, he can look for countering opportunities and hurt guys. You know, so Benavidez is a special talent, man, with hand speed, power. You know, hard to hit, tough, hard to hurt, and you know, he is a problem, man, for anybody in the division. You know, I'm telling you right now, if I don't think Canelo would fight David Benavidez, but if he did, I would go with David Benavidez. He would probably stop Canelo. Um, it would be Bivol, you know, even worse. All right. So, um, you know, he did what he was supposed to do. I'm pretty sure he will become the full champ again. My only issue is I think he's wasting his time at 68. I think he needs to go ahead and go up to 75 and chase world titles there. You know, I think those guys would possibly maybe give him more challenges, and he needs to conquer another division. You know, why is he wasting time at 68? He's been the two-time champ, now three-time champ, even though he's interim. I expect he will become the full champ, you know, because I don't think Canelo will fight him. Um, so really, I think that's it on David Benavidez, man. You know, he is a serious problem in the sport, man. And the guy's what I think they say he's 25 now. You know, so he can easily be around another 10 years. But I would like to see him. You know, they talk about him and Caleb Plant. They should have made that fight when they were champions. They had a big unification fight. Um, like I said, I don't think he's gonna fight Canelo. Um, and outside of that, I think the guy should just go on up and try to fight champions at 75. Try to get a belt there. You know, so he did what he was supposed to do. Congrats to him. It was a one-sided fight and a brilliant dominant fight. You know, by Dave Benavidez, man. So really, I think that's it, guys. I just had some quick words, you know, for this fight. You know, I did not play the under, but that was you know what I said I would do if I did play it. I said this was not a big play weekend for me. Next weekend with the Tank Rolly Romero fight, that's where I will put a sizable wager on Rolly to beat Tank Davis. All right, and I will talk about that in a future video. But congrats to David Benavidez, man, and if it's the end for Dave Lemieux, congrats to him on a great career. Like I said, I would like to see him become world champion at 68. It could be difficult if the guy doesn't want to continue, if he's, talking to retiring or whatever. Salute to him and thank him for, the great fights and knockouts, memories. A guy who always brought it and didn't duck anybody. And that's something that is to be respected. As Dave Benavidez said, nobody wanted to take the fight against him for an interim belt, and Dave Lemieux was the one to step up because he don't duck nobody. And whenever he retires, he can be at peace knowing that he didn't avoid any challenges. He stepped up to Golovkin. He stepped up to Dave Benavidez. These kind of guys, and he went for it, man. And that's I would prefer that than a guy ducking or protecting the old hill. If you can't get the job done, you can't beat the guy. You can't beat the guy. Take your beating like a man, and hold it as a badge of honor, in my opinion. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you thought about this fight. If you placed a wager, made money, um, and I will check in with you guys soon. Thanks for watching.